All right, guys, what's cracking? Hopefully everyone's doing all right. We are about to start here at ProBox. So there's so much going on right here on the screen. The weigh-ins, Teofimo, Shakur make weight. There's so much news to talk about, though. We have to talk about Carlos Adames was rushed to the hospital. The Carlos Adames versus Ammo Williams fight is off. Nothing like this is to all you content creators out there, boxing content creators like myself, who do film study, who do breakdowns. Man, nothing is worse than when we wake up and then we find out a fight that we broke down and spent all this time filming has been canceled. Two fights so far. We know that, but Adames is off. But Windy Toussaint on literally last second replacement notice. Windy Toussaint is stepping in to fight Ammo Williams. We know it's not for a title, but at least Ammo gets to fight, stay on the card. What else? Josh Kelly and Murtazaev, they both made weight. There's another fight that got canceled. Oh my God! Did you guys see this? Well, so the Pro Box the Pro Box card is on YouTube. I'm watching it right here. The fights haven't started yet. Francois Scarborough is supposed to be the first fighter out. So we have action. If you guys aren't in our Discord, join Johnny Says Boxing now. It's a monthly membership. It's a couple bucks a month. It's pinned in the comment section. You can either join here on YouTube or in Patreon. Whatever one you join, you get access to our professional betting Discord community. We're at 352 now and constantly growing. Not just boxing, MMA, all pro sports. American football, we're launching. I live in Sydney, but I'm American, so NRL, when the NRL season starts, Major League Baseball, basketball, all that good stuff. Click that link to find out more. Couple bucks a month. Rohan Polanco canceled. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. I know, man. I wanted to see Polanco fight. The thing is, the odds were crazy. 20-1? So, either way, I want to show. Did you guys hear what happened to Tiger Johnson and Team Haney? As we're getting ready for the Francis Scarborough Brandon Valdez fight, I'm going to show you. This is crazy. The hard-hitting Colombian. I made a reel about this on the YouTube, so Segawa's fighting Palacios. But it's going to be – I'm going to stay on for as long as I can. I have to go see a sick family member here in Sydney. So I'm going to stay on for about 2 hours. We'll see how many fights we get through. One of my family members is in palliative care. So – my girlfriend's family, but we've been together so long, my family too. All right, the Scarborough's about to start here. I'm just trying to, if you guys haven't seen this, it just happened in the last hour. Tiger Johnson got jumped by Devinhaney's camp. Bill Haney got stomped out in the locker room, in the back. So much is happening, dude. Hopefully Bill's okay. People are saying prayers up for Bill. Charlo's acting like he wants to fight. Josh Kelly pushed Bakram Murtazaev. Keyshawn Davis wearing the shiesty to the weigh-in is pretty dope if you ask me. Teofimolopez acting weird as usual. Yeah, Teo's energy's weird, man. It's hard for me to cheer for that energy. All right. Okay, so I'll just keep letting. So this all started. This is the Tiger Johnson, Devin Haney beef, how it started. What you want to see at the beginning is Bill Haney's son, the young one, the tennis player. The tennis player, the little kid, crosses paths with Tiger Johnson, and he's talking shit to him. And Tiger's kind of standing there like, I mean, if you know Tiger, he's a pretty chill cat. This is the end of fight one. There were 2 fights. Okay, this is the end. Tiger got hit. Tiger got jumped by like 8 to 10 dudes. That's Tiger on the bottom. All right, this is Bill holding Tiger. There's a better angle. Okay, this is the beginning. This is Tiger talk. This is after Bill's son kind of brushed him up. So this is Tiger got touched up there. That was after. So he's talking to Bill's younger son. And somebody fires on him. One of Bill's boys, the same bodyguard that was involved with who pushed on Brian Norman was involved. Tiger G though, man, he stood on 10. He went in there 1 versus 8, 1 versus 10. Another fight took place. Better angles are coming out. That's Ammo finding out. Bud's dad. Bud almost got into it with Teofimo's dad. Everyone's showing this angle. There's a better angle when it's just Tiger and Haney's bodyguard, the big burly dude that pushed Norman Jr. What are these bodyguards putting hands on fighters for? That is insane to me. Like, I'm talking, you shouldn't. These are prize fighters. These are professional athletes. These are guys who are working towards $1 million contracts, and you got these grunts laying hands on professional athletes. Man, boxing needs to do better. All right, so this is Bill getting stomped out. This is shit's crazy. All right, this shit is all right. There's a couple different angles here, yo. This shit is insane, dude. So it keeps going. This is after Tiger got jumped, and then they go after Bill. Bill gets jumped. The first fight still hasn't started, guys. So the Sparring Bar podcast has the whole thing when Bill got jumped. You guys can look into it yourself. All right, here's the start of it. This is Tiger. This is the beginning of it all. This is the one I was looking for. That's Bill Haney's son talking shit to Tiger. Like he's gonna, dude, you play tennis, bro. You're a tennis player. You're not even an athlete. Little Bill Haney's son wants to be about that life so bad. And Tiger's like, what? My favorite is when Devin's security guard fires on Tiger. Tiger goes right in, right here. What, the first punch? Stand on 10 toes. Tiger goes after it. He gets separated, 10 toes in. Tiger, 1 on 8 or 9 right here. And this is where Tiger gets jumped. All this, go to Thrill Boxing on Instagram. I'm still waiting for the first fight. We got Algeri Malinaji and Mike. There is a prelim on in the background. I thought this was Francis Scarborough. Scarborough's not fighting yet. I get. All right, I'm going to share this on my. I'm going to go to my boy Marcus's page. Ohio Runs Boxing. He just messaged me. He was like, Johnny, go to my page. So if you're not following Ohio Runs Boxing, do it. He's an OG in the game. This is my this isn't my personal Instagram page, by the way. Oh, so this is Devin Haney. We saw that one. That's Tiger getting jumped. Sean Haney just went pro. Miss me with that. That dude can't even hit pads. Sean Haney just went pro. All right, Megan. I'm about to get fined. They're going to flag me for the language. Stop dropping F-bombs. But there is footage of Bill getting stomped out. Is it this one? That's Bill in the corner. This shit was crazy. Shit's going insane. We're going to start. I'm going to bring the odds up. They're showing Francis Scarborough fights right now. And I did give you guys in the Discord my Pro Box parlay. So I posted 7 tickets in the Discord so far. So there's 7 tickets up in the Discord, 7 and in the Patreon. I'm also going to be releasing my Zuffa. So I released my dog of the week, a dog parlay, a method of victory parlay, my Pro Box parlay. I released my I'm releasing a UFC parlay, a Zuffa only card. And then so we'll talk. I'll keep these odds up, waiting for Francis to fight, because this is the one I want to watch. We'll look at the current odds real quick, and then if you guys have any questions about these fights, you let me know. All right, so I don't know if they're even going to play it, because my book took Scarborough down. This is Elijah Flores versus Tanji Teasley. Jordan White's fighting. Suleiman Segowas fighting Palacios. And then I think it's a real 50-50 fight, Flores versus Castillo. So let me know who you guys are taking. It's weird how they're doing. Right now you got, let's see if I could flip the camera real quick. It's weird how they're doing commentary with the prelims on, but they're not showing the prelims. Odd. So I'll just keep you guys up to date. Megan, what's your parlay, mate? Yeah, they took Scarborough off the books. I like Elijah too. Who do you like, Megan? Do you like Castillo? That's good. Castillo or Brian Flores? Because I like Sagavo money line same. We're seeing eye to eye, Megan. We're seeing eye to eye. We'll play the. I'll play the Teofimo. We're still waiting on the fights, guys. So Teo being very performative. Shakur just standing there trying to fight. Who do you guys like in this one? If you watch my breakdown stats online, you'll know who I like. Teofimo or Shakur, boys, let me know. Or ladies. We got ladies in here. People love him. I'm a fan of him. I'm just not picking him to win this fight. I think this is a bad matchup for him. I'm going to play you Keyshawn now. This is Keyshawn rocking the shit. Yeah, what else we got here, boys? All right. We got Josh and Murtazaev. I got to be honest with you, mate. I've liked Josh's energy all fight week. I don't think Josh is intimidated at all. Josh, to me, looks like a guy that is confident. He pushes, Josh has been talking to him all week. I like this matchup for Kelly, stylistically. I think, I've been saying it all week. I jumped on Kelly early at plus money, plus 290. I think stylistically, this is a great matchup for Kelly. I'm not sold on like. There's nothing in Murtazalev's resume that screams boogeyman to me. 5 or 6 fights in 6 years. 7 minutes with Tim Tszyu. I mean, you guys know who I'm taking here. I got Kelly here. Plus money at home in Newcastle. I think Kelly's made a lot of adjustments since moving from 47 to 54. Sort of his economy of energy, wasting a lot less. And Murtazalov on paper doesn't impress me. There's not a lot of things. He didn't impress me against Kolke. He looked real sluggish there. And then from there, he has fights against a couple guys that he went life and death with, went the distance with, that Xander Zayas stopped. Xander Zayas isn't the biggest puncher. And then when we're talking, if we're doing resume versus resume, right? People are, who's Josh Pete? I'm like, all right. I mean, Troy Williamson's victory is aging really well considering what he just did to Callum. I mean, Ishmael Davis, the fight back and forth, he kind of faded. He won that fight, undefeated since he went to 54. All Murtazalov has done in 6 years is fought Tim Tszyu for 7 minutes and stopped him. Tim Tszyu is a guy who gets dropped pretty much. I mean, Tim Tszyu, a couple fights before the Murtazalov fight, got dropped against Terrell Gachet, a 47, not a puncher. I'm just not. I'm leaning. Obviously, Josh is the dog. I'm leaning on the sharp money and Murtazalov not being a boogeyman. I think Josh is the better boxer, better speed. He's going to use the entire ring, use his jab, and we'll see. If Murtazalov is really that dude. I don't think he is. He doesn't impress me. Pro Box fights are on Facebook. Okay, so what am I watching here, Kush? I got the YouTube thing on. So Scarborough, are they playing the Scarborough fight on YouTube right now? Look at me. What are they playing on YouTube? I'm listening to Paulie and Algieri talk. Algieri gets more and more gray hair every time I see him. Chris is an OG though. Mosby, I have it on YouTube though. There's nothing on. It's just Chris and the boys talking. Let's check what else we got here. This is the card. How do you guys? Who do you guys like here? If you guys are in the Discord, you already have my parlay, my Pro Box parlay. Okay, there's fights about to start. I think Jordan Roach is about to fight. This cat looks like he's 58 years old. Juan looks like an old. Juan looks like an unk. Juan looks like an old head. What's up, Jay? All right, so we got Jordan. We got Lamont Roach's little brother. Lamont Roach's little brother. He's fighting an OG. I didn't even get odds on this fight. I'm interested to see his little brother. Chris Algieri just went on a spiel about how he's really impressed with him. What do you guys make of Jordan Roach, guys? Put in the comments. I learned just as much from you as you learned from me. This is round 1. Jordan Roach versus Unk. He looks young. Let's see if Pro Box is Insta. It's this fight. So this is the fight we're on. I'll just keep that there. I'll keep you guys updated on the scores. I didn't get any action. Let me know if your book allowed you to get action on this fight. This is Lamont Roach's little brother fighting Juan Hinostroza, 12-12-2. It's a 6-rounder. I'm thinking first or second round knockout by Roach. I mean, 12-12-2. He knows what he's there for. 5 knockouts, 6 rounds, super flyweight. One. He knows Strozza. Good timing. We got Jordan Roach looking cool, calm, and collective. Chill. Want to keep that heart rate low. He looks like his BPM heart rate right now is at like 70. Just chilling. Getting ready for a fight. 6-0, 2 knockouts. Super flyweight. Jordan. We have a lot of fights ahead of us, boys. Fingers crossed. We go 100% today at Pro Box. We take all of our winnings and we double down. Unless it could pay a bill, and then this is why I tell everybody, if you're learning how to bet, if you're learning the strategy, whenever you win, if it could pay a bill, cash out. That's how you consistently win. Winning, this isn't supposed to sound self-righteous, but winning consistently, betting on boxing, there's a mindset to it. It's not about betting to get rich. It's about betting to win. And sometimes wins happen when you withdraw. Oh, I just paid my electric bill for the quarter. I just paid my gas bill for the quarter. Oh, I just paid my rent. I just paid my whatever you have. Use your knowledge and skills, not to double down, not to try to win the lottery. Vegas isn't Vegas because people win. But boxing consistently, the longer you're on this channel, we consistently win. We're up. So if it could pay a bill, cash out. What's up, Green Nation Cato? Who do I got on the Pro Box card? I put my bets up, man. They're up on YouTube. All my bets are public if you're an insider. So there's only really one 50-50 fight on this fight. There's a few close ones. So this is 30 seconds into round 1. We got Jordan Roach versus Hina Strozza. Jordan is the younger brother of Lamont Roach. Super flyweight, orthodox fighter. He looks comfortable in there. 6 pro fights going against a guy with like triple experience. Proper step, 12-12 guy. He's going to show him some looks. The Daily Dig, why withdraw for a bill? Why not build your bankroll and up your unit size? I mean, that's your style, baby. You can do what you want to do, but nothing saltier than when you're winning and then you double down. These are for the people just getting started. When you've hit 2 or 3 and then you put it all on black and then you lose and then you didn't pay shit. So I'm just trying to teach people healthy habits. You got to know your intentions too. Tigers getting, I know. Super lame. What's up, Mayweather? He stood on 10, though. It was super lame. Ooh, Jordan Roach with the big right hand. Hina Strozza is just kind of walking himself back into a corner. And this is kind of like, Jordan Roach's young career. Let me throw him in there with a tough Mexican southpaw. This is kind of like what you do, and this is how you move a fighter. You don't just take a guy because of their last name and expedite their growth. You want to see how he looks against a veteran. You want to see how he looks against a southpaw. You want to pretty much, as you move a guy, make sure that they've seen all types of styles. This is how boxing's always been done. You see it expedited, and guys are fast-tracked way more these days because of greed. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I like this element of boxing. I like watching prospects on the come up because you really get to see what they need to fix in their game if you really have world title or even contender aspirations. There's 30 seconds left in this fight, or in this round. 30 seconds left in the first. Oh, nice uppercut. Jordan Roach with the sneaky uppercut on the way out. Counter drops Hina Strozza in 10 seconds. He's done. He doesn't want to get up. 7, 8, 9. Saved by the bell. Beautiful counter by Jordan Roach. I like what I just saw there, and the round comes to an end. That's it. So the entire round, Jordan was on his front foot. Hina Strozza was the one backing up. 30 seconds left in that round. Jordan Roach takes some steps back, forcing Hinestroza to walk him down. And as Hinestroza walks him down, Jordan lands a gorgeous step in back uppercut. Dropped him clean, too. Hinestroza didn't see it. That typical orthodox versus southpaw. So when Hinestroza's coming in, his lead, if that backhand's down and he overextends on that lead hand, that orthodox fighter, all he has to do is keep that chin tucked and step in with that uppercut. It's exactly what hit. It was a beautiful shot. Beautiful. Hinestroza walks in. Ah! Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to bet on this fight, boys. So we didn't even get this on the books down here in Australia. But this is round 2, Jordan Roach versus Hinestroza. Round 2 of 6, super flyweight. Jordan Roach knocked Hinestroza down with about 20 seconds left in the first. We'll see if he turns it on here and kind of steps on the pressure. And Roach was, Roach has been really methodical in his game plan. It's not like he was turning it on either. He just, it was a perfect example of a guy taking what his opponent gives him and just being accurate with the shot. Good punch placement, good punch selection. I like what I see with Jordan Roach. Oh, I like what he's doing with that backhand. He's using his 2-3 combo. So not a lot of jabbing from Jordan Roach. Yeah, he's going for the stoppage. So not a lot of jabbing to get in. He's keeping the jab hand down. Oh, a beautiful body shot. Yeah, this one's going to be over. Second time dropping him. He's back on his feet. Is the ref going to give him another chance? 6, 7. This is beginning of the end. Second knockdown already to the body. Look at Jordan being economical to the body and up top. But what I was saying before that knockdown is not a lot of jabs, but he's using his backhand to throw that lead hook off the backhand. And then once his opponent, Hinestroza, comes here, he's going to the body. So, I was usually you're taught body up top. He's going up top, then to the body. Hinestroza is punching back, lands a nice shot. 90 seconds left in the second. All Roach so far. Oh, another liver shot. Gorgeous. Hinestroza is just older and slower. Yeah, they could stop this. I'm really impressed with Roach's punch selection. We got a minute left in the second. Now this is going to... Oh, another body rip. He's nice with it. Jordan's really cool. Oh, gets hit with a hook. Not rushing his work. Patient. Roach seems like one of these young fighters who only takes what he could get. Some guys rush when they hurt their opponent. 30 seconds left in the second. Hinestroza has been down once in each round thus far. Big left hook from Roach. Not a lot of jabs. Roach is leading in with his backhand to the body. Oh, a gorgeous... He's setting up that back uppercut again to the body. Oh, nice left hand. I want to see more jabs. Nice right hook. That's it. Two in the books. All Jordan Roach. Knockdown in each round. What's up, Kevin? Is over 8.5 a safe play for Castillo fight time? I think it is. I think it's a tough fight for both guys. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it goes... I like the over in that. I actually go to my channel. You're on my channel. Go to my playlist. I actually gave you my... I gave you my bet for that fight. The best bet. I had Julius did a live with me yesterday. He's one of our sharps in our Discord. And we did the live and we were breaking down all the fight cards and we talked about Castillo versus Flores and the bet to make on that. So I do like that fight. There's great odds on it. I think it does go over, to answer your question. What are you getting on the over, Kevin? If you don't mind me asking, and then I'll tell you what, because I got God damn it. What the Carlos Adames fight being off? Fuck. Actually, I took Castillo on the money line. Oh, Kevin, are you from Patreon? Are you in the Patreon? Nice. Yeah, so I posted 7 tickets. If you scroll all the way, there's 7 tickets up there. I gave you guys my. I'll pull the Patreon up real quick. So I gave the Pro Box money line parlay, the 2-way method of victory parlay with Shakur and the Xander fight. The Yuri Cedeno versus Tundi William fight. That's 3. The safety net parlay 4. My 2-leg dog parlay 5. My money line method long parlay 6, and then my dog of the week 7. So there's 7 tickets in the Patreon, and I'm probably gonna add 3 more because I still got to give you guys a UFC ticket. There's a couple UFC fights I really like. And then, depending on what we do here with Pro Box today, if we get that Castillo coming in as the dog, there's a nice prop I'm going to take, a knockdown prop tomorrow in New York. So I'll let you guys know. There's a minute left in the third. More of the same. Jordan Roach, Lamont Roach's little brother, is fighting a Mexican, Hinestroza, who's 12-2. And Roach has already dropped him in the first and dropped him in the second. Oh, Hinestroza's hurt to the body. He's hurt again to the body. But he's punching back. This is why you got, young fighters have to get tested like this. You're not always going to steamroll every goddamn opponent. There's so many little decisions, a boxer has to make. And a lot of times, it's when you're just a young fighter, it's how you react in these decision-making processes that depict the trajectory of your career. So far with Jordan Roach, I like how patient he's been. But 30 seconds left in the third. What I want to see now in the last 3 rounds is him turning it up. Ooh, a nice right hand. I want to see him pour it on. He knows that he can't be hurt. He knows that Hinestroza doesn't have the pop to hurt him. I want to see variation. I want to see a jab more than anything. But I'm an old head. Yeah, this is all Jordan Roach. Frankie B. He just re-upped. He's not a new member. Frankie B's been an OG. Guys, to join our Johnny Says Boxing Discord growing community, it's not just boxing, it's a professional betting community. All pro sports. It's a couple bucks a month. You could either join here on YouTube or on Patreon. That link is pinned in the comments. Same price, couple bucks a month. Join our growing community. We share insider information. We share fight tape. I share, this isn't just I got free time today. I treat this like a second career. I work for myself. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I'm a published author. I'm a writer. And all that energy that I put into that stuff, I do the same with this. So the Discord, you're getting stuff every single day. Monday through Sunday, I'm uploading, if I have any information for you guys, I'm always doing film tape, film study, doing breakdown videos. So the value's there, and, the community's pretty dope. I'm going to hammer your safety parlay this weekend. Let's not ever bet it. I know. And that's the thing, man. See, Kev, you bring up a good point. Let's not ever bet against Robert Garcia's fighters. If anything, we should always take RGB if everyone against Cruz. Yeah, it's just tough, man, because there's so, you're obviously Raymond, the Muay Thai fight. And I said that last week, man. I said that my money was on, I bet on Andy. I picked Andy to win it in a very close fight. But I said I was going to be happy for Ray if he won. You know what I'm saying? So, when I'm doing my breakdowns, I'm doing my bets. I try my best to be non-opinionated and bet with my wallet, not with my heart. And so it could have gone either way. Ray, if anything, I underestimated Ray. I didn't know, Ray he looked great, man. Muay Thai looked great with his energy. Muay Thai, there was never one moment where Andy turned the volume up and Ray had to answer. It was like as soon as Andy tried to, Ray answered. And that's what really impressed me about Ray was his energy giving back to Andy. There was never, not one sequence where it felt like Andy Cruz was cruising. There were a lot of swing rounds, but it was a close fight, and I think it's not a fighter. a camp doesn't make a fighter. The coach makes the fighter. So it comes down to like what Robert has done with his, his whole coaching staff, his brothers, um, you know, nephew, the game plan, the conditioning, the mindsets, the sparring, the execution of the game plans. They're body punching first sort of athletes, which I love. I'm a big fan. And yeah, it's tough. I mean, no camp goes undefeated. I mean, just remember Jonathan Navarro came down to Sydney or came down to Brisbane. Jonathan Navarro's an RGBA guy. He came down to Brisbane to fight Liam Paro and got stopped. So it's like you're never gonna you're never no camp is going to go undefeated, and it's not like you could ever. Oh, here's Jordan turning it on. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. Oh, a big right hand. He's taking some shots now. This is turning into a slugfest. Jordan Roach must have been listening to me. This fight just turned into a war. 45 seconds left in the fourth. To finish my point, there's no way you could just say anytime any camp fights they're going to win. That's not how I operate. But your point is very validated. I got you. You know what I'm saying. We got Ryo. Ryo's fighting in 2 days. The return of Ryo Valenzuela. He's an RGB. He was a David. He was a Benavidez senior guy. Dude, Roach is getting hit with some big shots now. Duarte a lock. Ooh, Duarte a lock. Oh, come on, man. Come on, dude. Duarte's a lock against Hitchens. Ah, first off, I never use that word. I don't think there's no, I don't, I don't think there's any set in boxing. There are no locks. I do have Ryo winning. I'm a fan of Ryo. I have Ryo on my parlay, but to say that Duarte is the lock against Richardson Hitchens, that's tough, man. I'm a fan of Duarte. I like his style. Dude, he just shared the ring with Kenny Sims Jr. in what 8-4, 7-5 sort of thing. I think Hitchens is different. I love Hitchens' jab. I like his speed. I like his balance, his foundation. I like his punch selection. I like his efficiency. I think Duarte's style is going to be it's going to suit Hitchens, and I wouldn't bet against Richardson Hitchens in that fight. Ryo is one of my picks this week, though. I mean, look, Oscar. They should be confident. Oscar Duarte is a goddamn dog, dude. Duarte is a savage. You know what I mean? Duarte is always coming in shape. I love what Oscar's done since the loss to Garcia. It says a lot about a guy who could rebuild themselves, especially when people don't want to talk about it. But the rivalry between Mexican American fighters and Mexican fighters, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in boxing gyms since I was a kid and being around the sport my whole life, that's a thing. The mainstream media might not talk about it, but I'm sure it bothered Duarte losing that fight. And having him build himself up to where he is now, Duarte is a whole dog, dude. So they should be confident. They got one with Oscar. Now, will he beat Hitchens though? I've been rate I rate Richardson Hitchens' jab as top 3 in boxing. I rate Richardson Hitchens' timing on his jab and his ability to walk people on. And then you mix that with the confidence he has to unleash. The kid has offensive weapons that a lot of people don't even know about because he's just now being confident enough to unleash those weapons. We saw him do it a little bit against George. And I think we're going to see more of the same. I think he's going to use that jab to set up his backhand, his ability to have his opponents walk onto that jab. And when you look at Duarte's style, how he's a pressure forward, move, come into your grill sometimes, gets hit a lot on the way in. It's a tough hill to climb. I am excited to see Duarte force Hitchens into a plan B. If Duarte could get past that jab and force Richardson to maybe we'll see. I want to see his pocket punching with him. I want to see there's so many fights before that. I'm excited that I forgot about that fight. So we're definitely be talking about it, Kevin. And they should be confident. Duarte's a whole dog. What's up, Adu? Adu, my God. What's up, Adu? Where you been at? Jay, what's your Padley bet? I like Josh. I did, guys, and this is what I do, man. Whenever there's a sort of like a 3-1 favorite or a 4-1 favorite, before I pick, I do my best to find a path to victory for the underdog. I do. With you, the longer you're on my channel, you'll know that. I do. One of the things I take pride in is not sort of I give the money line long parlays, but that's different. That's me, that's more of like a Johnny Says Boxing tradition. Let's build a long ass parlay. Let's see how many we can get right. But when I'm breaking tape down, Padley's against a French fighter. His opponent, I won a lot of money on his opponent losing in his last fight against Zucan. He fought a guy, his name Xucan. And so with Padley, where getting elevated from the Shakur stoppage loss, in a real, an interesting fight against Reese, in which we saw good things from him, some holes in his game. He's not a perfect fighter. I think he should handle this guy. I think Padley is going to be a little bit better than this guy. And so, but I always try to find the hole in the favorite and see if we have a live dog. And that's why we do pretty well. I mean, last week we hit with Julian Rodriguez. We got him at massive odds. The week before we hit with Jorge Chavez. We got him at good odds. So like this week, rolling the dice on Josh Kelly. I got Josh Kelly at plus 395 on Monday. I got Butayev against Serhii Boacek at plus 300. These odds have changed now. And then I also have Starling Castillo on this card to beat Flores. So those are 3 dogs. And I could see all 3 winning. They're underdogs for a reason. We'll see what happens. What's up, Jay? Jay, man, that live we did was fun. We definitely have to do more of those. What's up, Kenny? When is Richardson fighting? Richardson is fighting Oscar Duarte next in a fight that I'm really excited about. That fight goes down February 21st in 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks from now, we got Hitchens versus Duarte in a great fight. I can't wait for that fight. Guys, this is round 6 of Roach versus Hinostroza. And this is and I like what I've seen from Jordan Roach. He dropped Hinostroza in the first, dropped him in the second, pretty much winning all these rounds, but he's being tested. He's in there with a real tough Mexican who has 25, 26 pro fights, who's punching back, and he's tough as nails. And this is why boxing is the greatest sport on earth. Because when you have a young kid like Jordan Roach, you want to see how he deals with a guy who's going to be there, who's going to get off the canvas, who's going to be tough as hell to stop. And you want to see how your fighter and Jordan Roach's psychology holds up to that. Some guys, some young fighters will press, and then they try to force the stoppage, and then they, abandon the game plan and get hit with a big shot just like that. 90 seconds left. This, Roach is getting hit a lot these last 3 rounds. Nice body rip. Are you taking a leap by knockout? Nah. Look, everyone's high on her by knockout because of that last victory. I haven't even looked at her fight by knockout yet. There's so many fights on my radar, mate. Like I say, female fighters, the really only lady that when I know they're fighting, I'm going to bet by knockout is Gabby Fundora. Alif looked good in her last fight, slugging it out, throwing bombs, but it ended early. You know what I mean? Yeah, Angel Medina. Angel Medina 706. Let's go. Me and you are in that boat together, big dog. Me and you are in that boat together. I got Starling as well. Fun tape to break down, too. Guys, Yuri Cedeno. No one's talking about Yuri Cedeno versus Tundi William. That's a fun fight. Thoughts on the MMA better? I'm a fan of Kraus. I first started winning money on Greatest Kraus a year ago. There's 15 seconds left in this fight. I got Jordan Roach, winning 5 of the 6 rounds. Maybe you give, his opponent 1 round, but Roach dominated. And he's going to take a lot from this fight. Hinostroza is a tough old veteran. He was in there with a guy who was 12-12. Yeah, that was a fun fight. I like Greatest Cross. He's a huge favorite in this fight. Great story, great athlete, good puncher. He's the fighter who walks out. I mean, he looks like a freaking like one of these porcelain stone gods that they do, blonde hair, blue eyes, chiseled. But you know, you look a little past that. He walks out to his fights with his little daughter. You look at his fight style, fan friendly style. You look at the division he's in. You know what I mean? You win a couple fights, you keep going viral. Before you know it, you're fighting for regional titles. You're fighting for, um, these sort of intercontinental belts. He's a name to keep an eye on. He's being promoted too heavily. Yeah, I'm riding with you, Jay. I like Cross on knockout. Padley, Keyshawn. Yeah, yeah. And we're of course. Julius is giving away free game here. Do I think Elif handles business though? I think she should win. I I'm just being honest with you. I haven't put too much time into that fight. You know what I mean? I do have her on a parlay. Should I be worried? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Should I be worried? Because I have her on a parlay. You know, what have you done for me lately? I always say she looked great in her last fight. It seems like I've watched her media. I watched her, handle the media. She seems super switched on. And this, she seems like one of these lady fighters who fights with a chip on her shoulder. So I like her energy. She seems motivated. She seems like her trajectory is in the right place. So I really wasn't hesitant with taking her on a parlay. And at the time, my book didn't have a knockout prop. But other than that, me building that long parlay, which I gave to the boys, I really haven't thought about that fight. There's so many other fights. But great question. Johnny is the best. I love talking. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was raised to be respectful, and I appreciate your respect too. I mean, it's guys. You know how rare it is on a boxing channel for people to be respectful. I mean, there's people who make meme pages about me for whatever reason or another. But if they really knew me, this is who I am. If you respect me, I respect you. Life is too short, bro. MMA better. Julie is our secret weapon. I call Julius Mr. Sharp. That's what I call him. I call Julius Mr. Sharp. When I did the marketing for our live stream, we did a live yesterday, but I did the marketing 3 days ago. So created the thumbnail. I wrote the whole description. I actually enjoy doing that stuff too. I create all the thumbnails by myself from scratch too. So I was gonna call him Mr. Sharp, but I didn't. Sometimes you don't know how people take compliments. So I didn't want to put him in a weird position. Maybe it would put pressure on him. He's doing a live stream of people, and I'm calling him a sharp. So, but yeah, he is. He's a sharpshooter. He's a sniper. Ellie goes. Oh snap! Indiana Jones. No, not Indiana Jones. The Swindler. This is the Swindler, baby. The Swindler says, not Johnny says boxing. The Swindler says boxing. We swindle the bookies out here. So when you're swindling, you look for underdogs. You look to see where the bookies have got it wrong, and we swindle them. But this is an Aussie. So in Australia, these are really popular, these sort of hats. I know there's a term for them. They're really expensive too. I bought this in 2013. There's a term for these hats. Somebody from Australia, I'm sure you could chime in. You could remind me what these are called. But yeah. All right, so we got Jordan Roach with the dub, and we move on. I didn't have Jordan Roach on the parlay. Let's see who we got next. So if you guys had Jordan Roach on on your parlay, you move on. Let's see who's next. Okay. I'll bring up the odds until that second fight starts. Okay. So they're interviewing Jordan here. Appreciate you. I have a knockout parlay with Miller, Keyshawn, and Murtazaylov. Nice, man. Nice. What's that, man? I like the Miller. I have Miller on a parlay by knockout. I think Keyshawn. I mean, guys, Jermaine Ortiz is tough as nails. I durable. He did get dropped in 2021 against Joseph Adorno. So I mean, it wasn't really hurt. Keyshawn's a big puncher. I like Keyshawn's body work. I obviously have Keyshawn in this fight. I'm still torn if I'm going to get sexy and take Keyshawn on points or Keyshawn by knockout. But I definitely disagree with the Murtazylov pick. I think Josh Kelly wins on points there. I think Murtazylov's style is kind of perfect for Kelly to use his jab, use the ring, use his foot speed. He's going to have to conserve his energy. He's going to have to be really economical with his output. I could see Kelly jumping out to a nice lead and cruising. I'm not it's not called knockout, boys. Like Tim Zeus stood in front of Murtazylev and just and was going punch for punch with him. That's not boxing. That's called slugging it out. That's called Kelly's not going to do that. We're gonna see if Murtazylev could box. We'll see if Murtazylev could box. I'm not sold on him. Watching the Jack Colque fight, even the Zoo fight, straight lines. His feet are choppy to me. His upper body, not a lot of head movement. His torso is a bit stiff. He looks a bit sluggish. Kelly's gonna make him ask. Kelly's gonna ask a lot of questions. How do you think Jordan White? We're about to see, man. Good call on that. I got Jordan on a parlay. Jordan's a big favorite here. Let's see if Sportsbet allows us any. I want to. My guys, I don't know wherever you are in the world. We run an international channel. I guess some places in the world you guys could live bet by just pressing a button. Here in Australia, to live bet, I have to call people. Like, I'll talk to you guys like this, and if I'm good friends with you, you'll think like I'm a very social guy. People are like, "Oh, Johnny, you're so outgoing." But I'm like, "Yeah, but if I don't know you, I'm kind of introverted." It's a weird. My point is, it is impossible for me to pick the phone up and talk to a stranger to live bet. I'm not doing it. It sucks. I wish I could press it live bet. I wish I could do it that way, but in Sydney, in Australia, we have to call people and talk to a human. And I ain't about that life. I'm sorry. Jordan White. Yeah, I mean, look at he should shine. Jordan White should shine. We're about to see. He's coming up. I think he's coming up next. So they're interviewing Jordan Roach. It pays. Oh, bro. Good luck, man. That's a great payout, man. And I could definitely see it happening. And that's the risk, obviously, with Josh. And he's a 3-1 dog for a reason. The risk for Josh is what we've seen in him. We've seen him fade. We've seen him fall apart. It was years ago, though. So we saw the draw against Ray Robinson at 147. We saw him up until he wasn't against David Avenetian at 147. And this was like the Olympian Josh Kelly, hands down, reflex, waste a lot, not really economical, looking pretty boy Kelly. That's his nickname. But since then, since moving up to 54, you watch him. He's made a lot of adjustments with his defense. He still has the flash and the hot sauce to him, but I fully expect him to be defensive minded. I expect him to work off the jab, and I think he's gonna walk Murtazylev onto a lot of shots. You have to call. Yeah, Cody, we have to call. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you. Watch. Just for an example. Let's watch. Watch this. Okay. So we'll go scroll up. Okay, bet live. So let's pretend we want to bet live on Kent State. Oh, that's my neck of the woods. So I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio. Kent State was about 30, 40 minutes from me. Oh, there's Youngstown State basketball, baby. How crazy. All right, let's say we want to call in, right? Let's go Youngstown State for the sake of my hometown. Let's go log in. Okay, watch what I have to do. So you go here. You see? Just so you know, I have to call this number, and then I have to tell them my fast code. I ain't about that life. I'm sorry, I ain't about all that. So this is what stops. This step stops me from live betting. All right, we'll see. This should be Jordan White. Did anybody get the Scarborough fight? Who's this? Damn, we're not getting any of these fights. David Whitmire.
Saw last time out we saw him in this room was very, very impressive. Wise beyond his years in between those ropes, and looking forward to seeing him tonight against a very tough, durable Gervontadavis. Valedictorian of his high school, as well as an undefeated professional.
All right, this is this fight. David the Body Snatcher Whitmore. Were you guys getting this fight on your card? Were you guys getting this fight on your app? I wasn't. Damn, there's still 4 more guys. This is salty. I'm not gonna. I have to go to in. I'll stay on for as long as I can. I have to go to a nursing home today. You know, it's one of the things, we get old and we die. You know, it happens with life. And I've always been. When I was 7, my grandfather got sick. He was really young. He ended up getting Alzheimer's disease, a degenerative brain disease, when I was 7. He was only 54. It usually happens when you're older. So at that time, my mother went back to school to become a nurse. And years later, she ended up running the nursing home that my grandfather was in for like 2 years. But for 2 years, from the time I was 7 until I was 9, I went with my mother like 2-3 times a week to the nursing home. So like it kind of made me comfortable around death and old people and seeing like grandmas and grandpas sick and dying. And as I've gotten older, and I've always had a respect for the elderly. And so now my girlfriend, her grandfather, you know, great dude, great man from Italy. He's probably 94. He's such an OG. He's missing fingers from like the war. He's like 5'3". He's one of these old timers from Italy, from Sicily, that like wears a button down shirt, has a comb. His hair's always parted to the side, he's at that stage now where he can't live on his own. So we go see him at the nursing home. So I'm gonna do that today in about an hour. But I thought I would be able to get some of these big fights in, but it looks like we're not going to be able to if you said that Jordan White doesn't fight for another hour, you know? So we'll see. Do you have to call in for live betting on Australia events, or is it everything, bro? On everything. Even if it was like a boxing match. Like for instance, tomorrow, the UFC is like 5 miles from my house. Tomorrow. I'll have to call in. Yeah, I didn't get any of these fights either. It looks like this is, guys. So if you want to get all my picks, I posted them in our Patreon. I posted them on YouTube. Become a Johnny Says Boxing VIP member. It's a couple bucks a month. That link is pinned in the comments section. I've given you guys 7 bets so far this week with all the fights. I'm going to give you 3 more. I'm going to be releasing today my UFC parlay. I'm going to do a knockout parlay. Shout out to DBJ Woodshop who just posted his knockout parlay. I'm going to do a knockout parlay. That's a good call. I like the idea. So I'm going to do a UFC parlay, a knockout parlay, and I have one more to give you guys. Yeah. I don't want to. It's almost like if I have to call and speak to you, it's adhering to the fact that I'm gambling. I don't know. I don't know if it's like me not wanting to talk to a stranger or it's a little bit confronting. Like, why do I have to talk to you? It's my money. Like, you don't know me. Maybe it's me being stubborn. I think it's weird that I have to call a human to bet. But I'll see if I'll come back, guys. I'll see if I come back. I might come back.